word on these NFL streets is that New York Jets safety Jamal Adams won't take part in the virtual offseason with the New York Jets, and they won't negotiate a contract extension with him. All right, it's time for Beta Male Bob to go out there and do something to save his job, and why not try to go out there and trade for Jamal Adams? Now, if he trades back, he definitely have even more draft capital to bring in an all-pro safety like Jamal Adams. Now, you have to check and see if he would want to come to Detroit, and if he wouldn't want to come to Detroit, then you wouldn't bring him here. But I think the money is just so overwhelming that he would take the bag and he would play here. But let's talk about it. We back, Murder Street Sports Talk in the building. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And, Adams would instantly, give them an upgrade, fill a void that's left as far as star players on the defensive side of the ball. Somehow, some way, if they can swing, Jamal Adams and they can swing a guy like Chase Young in the draft, instantly you replace one guy on the D-line with Damon Harrison. You replace one guy in your secondary you lost as far as star power with Darius Slay. And then you hope that Tracy Walker can grow into that, Quadre Diggs role. So you replenish your star value. If you can swing, bringing in Clowney there, if you can't get Chase Young and getting somebody like Kinlaw to play the inside or another good defensive tackle, then the Lions have a lot of talent. But talent isn't really the problem with the Lions. The first problem, it is a problem. The first problem is scheme. In the beta male, defensive scheme that Matt Patricia runs. He has to be more aggressive. He has to be more colorful in what his disguises. He got to send more heat, and he got to be more complex in his scheme. His scheme is too vanilla, too basic. It's bend, don't break. And in NFL, that ain't necessarily going to work. But, Adams would, provide a huge upgrade, a guy that can cover the nickel, a guy that can play strong, that can play free. Really, safety is a positionless position right now as far as strong and free. Usually both safeties in the NFL can do both. They can play in the box. They can play, coverage. They can man up sometimes. So Walker and Adams, they can do both. Walker was a corner. He could play some man. He could play deep zone. He could play the flats. He can cover. He can spy. He can rob. He can do a lot of different things. And so could Adams. Adams to get him a superstar player. And, they have to pay him. If you're not going to pay Kenny Galladay, you're not going to cut Stafford or trade Stafford and take the cap hit, why not get Adams here? You know what I'm saying? Come on, if they really, really are pressed, to win right now, why not trade for Adams? If you acquire another first-round draft pick or a first-round draft pick next year from whatever team, hey, I'll send that first next year for Adams. Bring him over here, sign him up. You got a baller. You want to draft Jeff Okudah, Tracy Walker, Adams in your back half. It still might suffer because you need to have players up front. So it's critical that they go out there and probably they need about 3 linemen. They need a starting defensive tackle. They need a backup for hand, and they need an outside pass rusher. So if they really want to make a splash, sign Clowney to a 1-year deal. Sign Adams to give him an extension. Instantly, you upgrade. If you can get Kinlaw, plug him in the middle, cool. You want Jeff Okudah, plug him outside. But they need defensive line first. And then Bob Quinn was talking about sliding Big V on the inside today, if possible, if they get a right tackle. So, like I said, this is another video I did about Jamal Adams. They need to get this guy. They got money. Go sign him. Go trade for him. If you trade down in the draft, trade a future 1, trade a 2, trade a 3, trade a 2 and a 4, whatever you can to get this guy to New York. Get him in Detroit, you got a superstar. You got an all-pro player. You got a guy that can save your job. You got a guy that's going to give you an identity. He's a vocal leader. He's an emotional leader. He could be your B. Dawkins. The Lions ain't never had that. An emotional leader. I'm all for it. I don't know how people feel about Adams, but he can play. He can cover. He can tackle. He can hit. He instantly is your best defensive player. Now, he didn't use the bathroom at Gillette Stadium, or he never put on a Patriot uniform. He may not be attractive to Bob Quinn. But if you trade down come draft night, my second call would be to the Jets. Hey, I got an extra 1. Can I get Adams? You know what I'm saying? What would it take to get Jamal Adams? Maybe I don't offer a 1-off rip. What would it take to get him out of there? You not signing him. He not happy. If we can come to a deal, can we talk to him, see if there's something that he want to do? So let me know what you guys think. But it sounds like Adams is on the block, former LSU Tiger. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You also can reach out to me on any of those platforms. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Other than that, just keep sharing the videos. Check out our Anchor podcast in the description. We did a Piston podcast in 2 lines if you missed it. One time for the one time we go.